Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with the next topic in this particular training session, which is on Central Management Console. Basically, this is for managing business objects enterprise server, and we will see how this interface looks like and how do we access this particular interface. Okay, so let me go to the next slide where we'll talk about the Central Management Console in an SAP system. Okay, so here you can see this is the URL to access the Central Management Console. You can type http:// the server name, the port number /BOE/CMC. So basically, once you click this URL, it will ask for your username and password. Enter the username and password and you will be thrown to this particular page where you can access and configure and tune your business objects enterprise server. So this interface is called Central Management Console. So let me connect to the server and we'll show you how do you access to this page. Okay, so let me go there. Okay, so let me connect to this particular server. Okay, this is basically the interface that I wanted to show you guys. Basically here you can see there are different things mentioned as far as security is concerned. So one of the most important thing is the access levels, folders, users and group. So let me click on the users and group. Okay, you can see at the top this changes. So at the top the name changes to users and group, and here you can see the list of the users. If you click on the user list, okay, so it will give you the list of the users. Group list, it will give you the groups. Okay, so this is basically the list of the users which is there in the system. Okay, in this list you can see username, the full name, the type, the description, whether it is an admin user, guest user or whatever type of the user it is. Okay, in the group list what you are seeing is you are seeing the group name, the type of the group and its description. Okay, let's go to the group hierarchy. Okay, in the group hierarchy you can see the different hierarchy of the groups. Basically you have the administrators here, you have other groups which is there in this particular system. So that is about the users and group. We'll go into the details in our subsequent slides. Okay, so next thing is let me show you the universes. So universes basically is meant for accessing this system. So you can have say different universes configured. Say for example you want to connect to your HANA system, you can configure a universe. You want to connect to business object system, you want to connect to a data services. So basically you can define different universes here and you can connect to the systems from here. To see the list of the universe you can just select universe list. It will give you the list of the universes there in the system. Okay, next thing is let me take you to the next tab which is on folders. Basically all the reports and the layout is stored in the folders. So you can have different folders created for different activity, for depending on the org level, depending on the structure in the organization and depending on the users which are there. So you can organize them based on whatever concept, whatever design works for you, depending on different design patterns available. So you can configure them, and this is where basically this is where you can configure it. You can come here and create a new folder here. You can give the basically here you can see the different options available. Say for example if I go to a particular folder over here, say this is the object list. Okay, so basically what I can do is I can go here and I can just right click here. You can see the different things which is available. Basically user security can be defined here for this particular object. Okay, so these are the different things which can be configured on this folder tab. Okay, next let's go to the authentication. Okay, in the authentication you can see different authentication method which is available in the system, which is seen here. You can see the enterprise authentication, LDAP authentication, SAP Windows AD authentication. So different, basically it can connect to the SAP systems, it can connect to an enterprise server, it can connect to the LDAP server. So basically different an authentication mechanism it can use. Let me go to the auditing tab. Okay, in the auditing tab you can see that what is configured for the auditing purpose. Here you can see that different events is defined, say for example view, refresh, prompt, create. So based for this event you want the audit action to be performed. Okay, so basically this is a list of all the things what can be audited, and based on your requirement for the organization, how deeper level you want to audit, you can select and customize your auditing. Okay, next let's go to the access levels. Okay, here you can say I want to create a new access level, top level security. So basically it shows all access levels. Okay, so here we can basically create different access levels. For now I'll just leave it here. So for example, I want to create an access level, just give the title and the access level will be created, and then you can organize them based on your requirement. Okay, so that is pretty much I wanted to cover in this particular overview of this session. So basically what we have covered in this is we have covered things like the CMC interface. Okay, so this is the URL to get into the CMC. You can see you can organize this part. You have folders, personal folders. Basically people can create their personal folders. Users and group, we saw how users and group can be created. Okay, then we have things like connections. Okay, let's go to the connections tab. Okay, you can create multiple connections for connecting to different systems. Okay, then we have things like license keys, monitoring. Okay, then profiles, servers, sessions. Okay, so basically this is how the interface looks like, and as we spoke last, this is the URL to access CMC. Okay, here you can say that login to the CMC, and on this side, on the right side, you can see instance manager is there, applications is there. Okay, so that is pretty much actually I wanted to cover in this particular session. So just to give you the front screen one more time, basically here you can see the different, you can define these things here, you can manage these things from here, and you can control and configure your central management console business objects from here. Okay, that's what I wanted to cover in this particular training session. Thank you for joining and have a nice day.